Hello, Steve Mills here, and welcome to my podcast. Thank you ever so much for spending a few moments with me to learn some tried, tested and proven ideas and ways in which you can improve your results. Today, I've got a very simple question for you, and that is, what are you going to do next year in order to make next year a better year than this year? Now, I'm assuming that this year was not all it could be. You didn't break all records, and it was the most amazing, unbelievable year ever. Although even if it was, perhaps next year you want to take it on to another level and crank it up even more. But you may know, if you're somebody that knows me and knows of me, that I've got a background as an international sportsman. And when you play any sport at a top level, one of the things that is ingrained into you by your coaches, advisors, and the people who are there to help you is that you must continuously and ongoing work on each and every element of your game. It's no use just being good at something. You've got to try to improve everything all the time. And that's really what this is all about. It's about doing something to raise your game, to do better than you did in the past and better than you're doing right now. And so the question is, from a business growth point of view, from a profit improvement point of view, from an increasing your success point of view, what is it that you're going to do? That's the real question. How are you going to do things better? Now, if you look at it from a point of view of, I really want to grow my business. I'm committed to making more profit. I'm committed to creating more sales, and I'm committed to making more money. If that's what you want a better life, you want to have the things that you want in your life, you want to be able to, perhaps work a little bit less. You want to be able to really live the life that, when you first started out in business, whether it's months ago or years ago, you had this idea of what life was going to be like and what you were going to do. And for many businesses that I speak to, that idea has never really materialized. What ends up in small business often is the business owner working 12, 14 hours a day, sometimes 6 or even 7 days a week, and making about enough money to pay the bills and to have a reasonable life. Now, if you want to take that to the next level, then it really is very, very simple. You've got to raise your game. So what game? Well, it might be that you've got to raise your operational game. That you've got to become better at managing people. It may be that you've got to, improve your products. The products are just, not good enough. It may be that you need to work smarter. It may be that you need to improve all the different systems, the admin systems, HR systems, the software you use, and so on and so forth. But if you're like most of the business owners I speak to, you're probably pretty good at that. Let's face it, you've been doing it for years. I see people who are, maybe landscape gardeners, and they've been a landscape gardener for 20 years, and then they set up their own landscape gardening business. So operationally, they're really good. The same with an accountant or a hairdresser or a hotel owner or whatever it is you do. The problem often lies in the other two key areas of your business. And that is sales, creating sales, and finance, managing the money. If you think about your business and my business and every business, there are essentially 3 departments to every business. There's operations, doing the work. There's finance, managing the money. And there's sales, creating sales, or sales and marketing, creating sales. And, as I said, business owners are often experts operationally at doing the work, don't really understand the finance side, so leave that to an accountant who often tells them, how well they did a year ago and doesn't give them those up-to-date numbers, so they don't have a real understanding of their cash flow and their profit on a month-by-month basis. and they certainly don't understand the marketing side often. Particularly in in the modern world where it is very complex. Years ago it was about buying the biggest Yellow Pages advert you could find, sticking some adverts in newspapers and magazines, and sending out loads of leaflets, or doing leaflet drops, or picking up the phone, and so on and so forth. And these days, how much choice have we got? It's a little bit like, when I was growing up, I had 3 choices of ice cream, chocolate, vanilla and strawberry. Now I've got 300, Haagen-Dazs and Ben & Jerry's came along. I've got hundreds of different choices. And so it is with marketing. We've got hundreds of different choices. And it's very, very difficult to know what to do to make the right choice. So let's just take a step back. I want to talk to you firstly about what you're doing in terms of your current marketing. Right, let's forget all these hundreds of different other things that we could do. How can we get more out of what you're doing? How can we get more out of what you're doing? And again, I've not really got time to discuss that in depth because firstly, I don't know what you're doing. So I'm going to give you some examples. Let's take your website. And let's take the most important, essential, critical part of your website, and that is your home page. Right? Just one page. We're just going to look at one page. And I'm going to ask you to ask yourself a really, really important question. And that is, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being poor, with 5 being average, pretty much it's as good as, your competitors, and 10 being absolutely brilliant. It's a money-making machine. You get loads and loads of leads from it. How would you rate that particular page, your home page? How would you rate it? How good is your homepage at turning all those thousands of people, hopefully, that you're getting to the website and getting them to pick up the phone and inquire? How good is it? Is it average? Is it poor? How many leads do you get per month from your website? Are you happy with that? Could it improve? Well, let me give you some thoughts on how it could improve. I'm just hallucinating. I'm assuming that it's not producing the amount of leads that you would like. And even if it is, I'm sure it could become better. So what are you going to do? Well, number one, you've got to get more people there, haven't you? If you're getting, let's say, 1 lead for every 100 people that visit your website, then the only question, or one question you might want to ask, is how do I get more people to my website? If you could double the number of people, if you're getting 100 people every day to visit your website, and that's getting 1 lead, if you could double that to 200, that would give you, roughly speaking, 2 leads. So, that's a pretty simple mathematics there. But let's assume we're not going to get more people because you're doing that brilliantly well right now. And let's just look at the site as a whole. My first thought for you here is, what is the most wanted action, the MWA? What is the most wanted action that you want people to do when they visit your homepage? Right? Has it got a number one thing? Has it got lots of things? I see this as a big mistake. Lots of websites have lots of things. You can click here, you can go there, you can, go and have a look at this, and you can go and have a look at me on this page, and go and watch this video, and go and do this and that and the other. And I get so confused, I don't know quite what I'm supposed to do. So think about, what is the number one action you want people to take? Next thing we're going to think about is the headline. A headline, there's an old saying in advertising that the headline is the advert for the advert, and 75 to 85% of the effectiveness of your of your advert is in the headline. 75 to 85% of the effectiveness of your advert is in the headline. So that being the case, how does this affect your website? Well, it's the same thing on your website. So 75 to 85% of the headline on your website is going to affect how good and how many leads your website creates. So it's critically important to have a good headline. So you might want to test different headlines to see if you can improve the performance of it. Now, I'm going to assume that you've got some pictures on your website. I hope, you've not got necessarily just one of those rotating banners with pictures of buildings and so on and so forth. And if you have got a rotating banner, I hope it's got some really good words on it, because you could maybe rotate your headline round. But what I'd rather you have probably is a video. Would it make sense for you to have a video where you open up and you go, "Oh, hi, my name's Steve Mills. Thanks ever so much for visiting my website. I'm really pleased to share with you some tried, tested and proven ideas and ways in which you can grow your business. If you're looking to grow, blah, blah, blah." Yeah. So what I'm saying here is, by saying that in a little bit like I am now, I'm trying to enthuse you guys. I'm trying to, inspire you to take action to improve what you're already doing. And I'm not only using my words. I wouldn't say, I'm really trying to inspire you to really improve what you're doing and hopefully do even better next year. I didn't say it like that. And you shouldn't say it like that either on your video on your website. That's pretty obvious. But what I want to get over is, you can't say that using words, using printed words. You can only get over that enthusiasm by using your voice. And here's another key point, and that is that people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. Now, if you know my work at all, you'll know I say that a lot, and that's because it's really true. So adding a video to your website gets more people to like you more and more. That's assuming the video is good. If it's rubbish, they might think, "Who's this madman?" And run away as quickly as they can. Now, when I say it's rubbish, let me be really clear here. You don't have to spend a fortune on a video. If it's going onto your homepage, then I think you should get it professionally done. Okay, I don't think this should be, something that you do with your iPhone. I think it should be a professionally done video. I use iPhone type videos on my website, but not on my homepage. So let me just be clear on that. Other things you can do to improve your conversion rate. You might want to change the words on your website. You might want to maybe add some testimonials to the page. Maybe they could be in this rolling banner, although I'm not actually that keen on rolling banners, as you probably gather. But you could certainly add some testimonials to that. You could even have a video testimonial or two. If you had a professional video that lasted a couple of minutes, you could, get somebody to put a couple of video testimonials in there too, and that might really help you also. So I'm going to stop there. No doubt there's loads of other things that you could do on your homepage, but I really just wanted to do that by way of a demo, really, a demonstration of just one element of your marketing that you could use to take it to the next level. Okay, so just before I finish, I want to talk to you about something that I've got running that starts in January 2018. And that is something I call my results program. And the idea behind the results program is that I'm looking for about 10 businesses who want to become part of the results program. This is a 12-month commitment. And the idea behind it is that you and I work together on your business every month, and we cover 12 different elements of your business. Now, two things you could do. One, I'd be very happy to have a conversation with you about the program, what's included, and how it might be worth you thinking about it. Or two, if you want to just go to my website, you can go to stevemills.co and take a look at the results page, and you'll see all the details of the content that are on that page. So that's about it for today. Thank you ever so much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you feel as though you've benefited from it. But what I really, really hope is that you're going to take some action. You're going to do something. You're going to kick off perhaps by working on improving that homepage. You know, it's the most important page on your website. And I believe your website is the most important part of the whole of your marketing. If it's not working, if you're not winning business from it, now's a good time to change that and start winning business. Thank you ever so much for listening. I look forward to speaking again with you very soon. Thank you.